That then brings us to E, consideration and action on Blue Springs Youth Soccer Association contract to authorize the mayor to execute the documents. Do I have a motion?
Mayor, I make a motion to give the mayor authority to sign the contract.
And are you asking the contract as presented, or are you asking with the automatic year renewal that was discussed in the work session?
That was that was discussed in the work session. The contract as it was presented. Without going through any legal hoops, I would ask our city attorney to clarify that point one more time.
What I heard the debate in the work session was this contract is for a specific period of time. It's a one-year agreement, and the discussion was not the form that is attached to your agenda file. It was to add a provision that would make it automatically extending for additional years, or at least one additional year, with the right of the new council to opt out next year. So it would be as I understood it would be a 2-year contract with the modification to it, or as written, it is a 1-year contract.
Leave it as written, as a 1-year contract.
There's a motion to approve the contract with Blue Springs Youth Soccer Association for a 1-year period of time. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
There is a second. Any further discussion?
That wasn't quite what we discussed. Is this going to be a problem to extend it? If that appeared to be the wish of the council, was to make it a 2-year. Is there going to be a problem subsequently extending it?
It would require it to come back to council just for a vote. It's really not a problem to extend it for another year, even under the current term. It's what you've been doing too. I mean, you've extended this contract. This will be its 3rd year, I think, and so it's been extended just by putting it back on the agenda. So.
This is something a couple of years ago we did contract out our youth soccer services to an independent contractor, Blue Springs Youth Soccer. We decided that we wanted to get into the field rental business instead of the youth soccer business, and we selected. We had our Parks Board heard proposals from different companies, and we selected Blue Springs Youth Soccer. Since that time, we've had other soccer organizations come to us to see about using the fields, at least when Blue Springs is not using them. Because of the late date in the soccer season, those other soccer providers have withdrawn their requests at this point in time, but I believe that they may have something in the future. So I would support the 1-year contract as long as it would come back in front of mayor and council for consideration for extensions in case we have someone else that wants to make a proposal to us or a bid to us in the future. With that, is there any future council comments? With that, I will call the question. All those in favor of authorization of a Blue Springs Youth Soccer Association contract for another 1-year period signify by raising your right hand. That's 6 in favor. All those opposed, 0 opposed. The motion carries 6-0. And that concludes our old business, our new business. We will now move on to council reports.